Yeah, hello everyone. So this is our second session. So from today onwards, we'll continue on the sessions. Yesterday we had a brief discussion about how our classes will be. So the classes will be taken for the 2.5 months. And the structure and everything we have discussed yesterday. So whoever is missed the session, already have forwarded. If not, please let me know. I will forward it. Okay. So in this session, we are targeting to learn about the Angular framework. Only the Angular framework, no. Only the Angular framework, no. Angular is the framework on the top of a JavaScript. Okay. So by using the Angular, what we are going to develop? So what is your target to learn from the sessions? Web applications, correct? You are going to develop a web applications. So what is a web application? Simply. For example, let me open a Chrome. So this is my browser. This is called as a browser. If I open some website, something, let me open any website. So now I just clicked on a Facebook. This Facebook is nothing but a web application. So either here is the difference. People are confusing between the web and mobile applications. If I say web application will be load inside of a mobile, that can be a support of web and mobile application. Mobile app is the different. If I say, can we able to develop web and mobile applications? Yes. So the application which can able to load in the web and the same application can able to load in the mobile also. Sir, as a developer, if I develop the web application, then I can able to see in the Chrome how to develop a web applications. People will be get it out. No need to worry. We are going to see how to develop your application in the form of mobile. Also, we are going to see. See here, one icon is there, right? How I open? Simply, I just open one website. Right click, inspect page. Click on here. This is called mobile application. My application can able to support in the mobile apps. But don't be compare with mobile app. For example, you can able to open YouTube inside of your mobile in a browser. That is called a web mobile application or else mobile web application. Okay. But if you are able to download the YouTube, then you are going to work with application. That is nothing but your app, mobile app. Mobile application is different, mobile app is different. Okay, that is the difference. So here we are going to use Angular to develop a web and mobile web applications. So people are thinking that I can able to develop a mobile applications also. Yes, you can develop mobile application but not a mobile app. For example, Amazon, here you can able to you open the Amazon website. Yes, Flipkart, here you are going to use the Flipkart website. Facebook, here you are going to use any web applications. Same application can able to support in a mobile specific devices. Under same application, a separate team that is called iOS and Android team. In your company, there is a separate team, iOS and Android applications team will be there. They will develop a mobile applications. Okay, mobile app. This is the mobile supported web applications. Okay, so now let us have the definition of application. So what is a web application? Take a definition. So Angular, here you are going to use a web application. So we'll start from the scratch. So we'll start with web application. Web application. So what is a web application? A web application is a software program. Simply, an application nothing but a software program that will be developed by using the web technologies and will run on the web browser. So here I said that two new words. What are those? So here I'm saying about the web technologies and a web browser. What are the web technologies and what are the web browsers? What are the web technologies? Let me know whatever you know, team. So what are the web technologies?
HTML, CSS,
Okay,
JavaScript,
HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Angular, React,
Angular. Okay,
and JavaScript.
only these.
like any server-side technologies also like PHP.
PHP. But you are saying that a server type technology, but you are mapping server to a web. Okay, if you say answer like PHP, then it can be fine. Here you are mapping the word server technology can be web. Okay. So here people are confusing what are the web technology. We're having only three technologies on the top of the web. What are those? HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Only these three. So what about my React.js? What about my Angular? What about my Bootstrap?
Frameworks.
So remaining all are like React.js, Kendo.js, Vue.js. Okay. So all these nothing but a React.js, Kendo, all these are nothing but a libraries. And as well as Angular, Bootstrap, and you are having a few other things are nothing but a frameworks. So remaining, if you say React.js, Kendo.js, Vue.js, Node.js is the server, leave about that one. So number of JavaScript frameworks are there. Even though jQuery also a library. There is a difference between the library and the framework. We'll discuss later. So let us focus on the here. So only web technologies are the three things: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Sir, why so limitation? I can able to see Python, PHP, .NET. All these are nothing but server technologies. All these are nothing but server technologies. If anybody from the Java.NET, for example, .NET guy will raise a question, sir, by using the .NET also I'm going to develop ASPX page. ASPX page is nothing but a server page, but you are saying these three only. Even though which is ASPX page, once it will render inside of the browser is nothing but HTML. ASPX page you are going to compile or not? The compilation will be convert your ASPX pages to browser understand HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Here is the reason why browser understand HTML, CSS, JavaScript only. For example, browser can able to understand HTML, CSS, JavaScript, some A, comma, B, comma, C, what will happen? Okay, what will happen? I will tell the reason for that one. For example, this is my Facebook. I just open a Facebook, clicked on somewhere else, Facebook is open. Or else if I want to open Amazon so-and-so website. Okay, or else any flight booking. So flight booking means we are going to use this flight booking from the different countries. Yes or no? If I'm having the different web technology for the different countries, the way and the content you are going to see totally different. The content, the display of content will be changed, but content can be the same. The content can be the here is the simple English text only. But if they given the feasibility like other than HTML, CSS, JavaScript also, what you will do? Every country will try to develop their own web technologies. For example, India can develop their own, US can develop their own, China will become first and they will develop their own web technology. Yes or no? So because of that, one people will be develop different because of their want to be check only specific. Okay, everything will be changed. Everything will be changed. For example, if you see WhatsApp in Android, same if you see WhatsApp in iOS, both are same, but the functionality wise same, but a design perspective and the behavioral perspective it will different. Are you going to obey with me or not? The way you are going to handle the application, for example, if you take the iOS, it will be scroll up or scroll down, from scroll to top to down. For example, Apple phone. Okay, if you take Android phone, for example, BlackBerry, Samsung, whatever it is, Redmi, so what you need to be scroll down to top. Okay, so these type of the things will become here. So that's why World Wide Web limited these. So entire the country you need to follow HTML, CSS, JavaScript, only these things only. So if you perfect in these three things, even if you get 100 years also, only these things will be survive. On the top of this one, React will become, Kendo will become, so and so will become. You don't need to worry. You no need to worry. So even though if you're getting 100 years, but because today your age can be 20, 30 or 40 or 40 plus or before 20 also, whatever it is, you are going to learn HTML, CSS and JavaScript. If you get 100 years also, there is a rule, browser can understand only HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Even your React and Angular also browser will not understand. What is a browser here? This is the browser here. This browser will understand your HTML, CSS, JavaScript, which is the rule. Who given the rule? I will explain. Okay. Next, what are the three technologies of three web technologies? HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. But where these web technologies are started? Now the question: where started? Next, who started? So other than my previous students, please remaining, can you explain me? So any idea? Just have an idea.
Berners-Lee.
Team
Other
Berners-Lee.
than my previous students, I said, right? You know. Okay. Yes, please. Karthik.
Sir, Team Berners-Lee, sir.
Good. Any others? So where you got that one, Karthik? I mean, by yourself you
Sir,
explored or?
like, yes, sir. Like,
Okay.
by
So good. We need to be research.
engineering.
So simply learning subject is not a perfect thing. If you learn from the scratch, once you learn the scratch, then you will become a perfect. But where it was started?
There is a lab, sir. I don't know the exact lab name, but there
The
is a
lab
lab.
is the nuclear research center. There is a Europe country, a big, very big nuclear research center will be there. There it will be started. It started. Europe Nuclear Research Center. But what is the purpose of this nuclear research center? What they are trying to do? What they are trying to do? Nuclear research center is nothing but their work on the top of periodic table elements, correct or not? So
Yes,
what
yes.
HTML contains? What HTML contains? HTML also contain elements or not? HTML contains the element. So because the web applications are started from the nuclear research center, there is a reason behind this one. So what will be going inside of nuclear research center? The scientist will be there. The scientist will be keep on working on elements, hydrogen, helium, oxygen, different elements, correct? Once they work on the implementer, they are going to investigate something. They will prepare investigation reports. Okay, so there is a scientist called Tim Berners-Lee. He work as a computer scientist inside of same nuclear research center. So why so do we need to know about Tim Berners-Lee? Yes. So this type of 5 to 10 minutes introduction will be know about where we started, how we started. Because of the Java web applications are started, no. Because of the .NET, I mean Microsoft, no. Because of the Python, no. Because of the C, no. Because of idea of this guy, now we are working with web application. Simply sit in a home and we are ordering the different things. Simply sitting in a home, you are doing the payment because of his idea. He's the scientist. He's the scientist from Nuclear Research Center. He will work on a simple computer programming set there. Okay, so he got an idea. The research documents are too important. Yes or no? We need to spread across the world. The research documents are very important. We need to spread across the world. For example, the scientists are working in the Europe. They want to transfer the information to the India, or else a US, or else Australia. Okay. So he got an idea in the 1990. So he got an idea, Tim Berners-Lee. He got an idea in the 1980. He taken 10 years to develop our HTML. Why he developed HTML only? Yes, there is a reason. He taken 10 years of a time, 1990. So 1992, HTML 2.0 coming outside of the world. HTML 2.0 is the official release. But 1990 he developed HTML. He taken again 2 more years to get it approved. Okay, Tim Berners-Lee is the guy. He developed a hypertext markup language. For example, here I'm going to dictate some document. This is my document or not? This is my document, and I want to send this one across the world. So at that time, electronic media and computer media is going to evaluate. So he got an idea. Why can't able to transfer electronic media? It is a too faster. Okay, so nowadays we're having the vaccine for the corona, correct? So if I want to send that how to develop a vaccine to the different country, they will be developed very fast. And we need to share the information. We need to share the information is important. So here he think that one he want to send some content. This is my content. So if you want to send some information to me as a telegram, what you will do? First you will pick a telegram or not. Or else if you want to send a or else talk to me, what you will do? First you will lift a phone or not, and then you will type a number. So something need to be required to transfer the information, either voice call or else a document orientation. So to send the document, he chosen for a hypertext markup language. So by using this language, he required one language. He chosen a markup language. Markup language is nothing but a, if you want to send some information from H2O, example H2O, some C, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, something. If he want to send this information, he can able to send a document. But he need to mark this document. Without a mark, you can't able to see this is the header, this is the footer. Yes, this is the so and so content. The content can be marked like this. Here you are seeing the web content. Is this simply content? No, there is a well-formed HTML is at the background. Because of that only you can able to see like this is a content. See, if I try to right click on this web application, inspect page, hackers will also will start from this only, developer tools only. They will try to identify where is the issues. So recently I had a one, hope people are here. One guy lost his luggage in the Indigo flight, correct? Is that news?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So Indigo flight, hey, everybody hackers,
He hacked.
whatever it is, the people will start from here only. Okay, if you become a hacker, also, but I'm not encouraging you to become a hacker. If you become a hacker, also you will earn lakhs of the thing. Okay, but hackers, what will they will hack and they will explain, team, company, you are having the so and so bugs. Please rectify these bugs. Please rectify these bugs. Even though earlier, maybe 3-4 years back, in the Flipkart, at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, they will give the Redmi phone. Up to that, they will disable the button. Correct? Anybody purchase the Redmi phone like that?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, so everything Karthik only doing, huh? Okay, so maybe people are purchasing by up to that some time, that will be available. No, they will be hide. After some time they will be invoked based on a timer. Before that one also we can able to invoke. Okay, so how to do the invoke, please don't ask, I will tell. I will not tell here. Okay, we can do enable, but there is a server side logics they will control like this. They will server side logic control. If server side logic is failed, my order will be placed. I can able to place 100 mobiles at a time also. But server side logic also too important. Okay, see here, because this is my HTML content, even though you are seeing some content information here, this is packed inside of some HTML. But don't be see this one with the fear. So we are going to discuss all these things. All these things you are going to see the name. This is my content. The content is packed by using the span. Here is the content is packed by the site. So all this content you are going to develop. Okay, at least you need a 1 to 10, I mean 1 week to 10 days to see the difference within you to develop. Okay, my explanation will be like allopathy medicine will be work immediately. So homeopathy will be work after 2. Do you know one of the doctor is there in our session also? Okay, I explained to them. So within a 1 week, come for the demos. If you feel comfortable and able to learn the technology, you can able to come. Because nowadays, other than the software market, remaining all markets are collapsed, even though doctors also. But not all doctors, from the different, they're having the different, right? Dentist, different zones, I mean to say. Only the software, because software nowadays ruling the world. Number of openings also increased. Number of applications are coming day by day. Today we're having the HDFC Bank. Tomorrow so and so. Today you are going to deliver in Amazon. Nowadays, if you search in the App Store or Google Store, you are having the number of orders. Okay, day by day, software requirement is increasing. Number of challenges are coming. Okay, so even though teachers are there in this batch, all people are trying to convert from their region to software, because other than the software remaining all are fall down. But our future is the software. Why is I say software? For example, automobile person develop one automobile, a software required for that work or not? Even Tesla is nothing but automobile. How Tesla will be controlled? Based on the software guy instruction or not? They will be inbuilt software. Even if you take any equipment, if you want to make it as a control, you need to develop some software. So software is ultimately, but whatever it is, hope you people know that. Okay, so this is nothing but a packing and sending. Next, if I click on this one, I am trying to navigate some URL, correct? If I click on here, I will navigate to some URL. So in this document also, and the document also, this guy implemented like, so how research document will be there? 1 page, 2 page, 200 page? Yes, it can be 10 plus pages, 20 pages. To go over all these pages, very difficult. Even though you want a book also, you have the one index page. So index page number is going to maintain, but in hypertext markup language, hyperlink will be added. Hyperlink will be added to navigate. For example, if I want to see some information, if I click on here, I will go this one. This is called hypertext. Is that clear? Why hypertext markup language is came? Take the notes. HTML is nothing but a hypertext markup language. Hypertext markup language, nothing but they will simply mark your tags and they will send the content. So this is the background of our things. This is the background. Okay, next. So HTML is the enough to develop a web application. If I say HTML without a styles, you can able to estimate. No, HTML without a styles, without a HTML styles, you can't able to see proper formats like this. Here you are seeing about italic text. Here you are seeing about a link. Here you are seeing a bold text, correct? So how it is possible? Because of the
Yes.
bold tag, because of the layer tag? No. They require some stylings. If you take some doll also, if you add some styles to the doll, then it will be perfect. If you take a painting also, first they will draw outer. The outer looks are nothing but our HTML. So for that HTML, you need to add some styling. That stylings are developed by using the CSS. Okay, CSS. CSS is nothing but a cascading style sheet used to add styling to the HTML content. So if I directly explain Angular, yes, you can able to get it Angular, then you are going to start from Angular. But these type of 1 or 2 sessions are very important. You will become a perfect. Okay, do you know we're having the lakhs of software engineers? Most of my students only know about this one. This is the background, but a few members like Karthik, they will do the R&D, research and development. Once they do the R&D, who developed, where developed, they will get some knowledge. Okay, knowledge we need to be get. Where started, who started. Okay, next this guy Tim Berners-Lee met a person called Hokenlai. Like, so he's the person invented the CSS. Like, so he's the person. Tim Berners-Lee made this person. So I have developed a so-and-so language. 1991 1990 he developed HTML 1.0. He meant this guy. This guy. All these people are still alive. Still they live. Okay, they're not still they live. They're having the. I think you can able to see their age also here. 1965 he born. 1990 30 years. He got 30 years. He developed this CSS. All these people are still alive, but we can't able to. These peoples are not highlighted. Okay. Hakenlai invented this CSS in the 1992, but it is coming into the outside 1993. This coming to the outside 1995. Next to JavaScript. Who developed this JavaScript?
Brendan H.
Brendan
H.
H. So how you know? You came earlier my demo, right? Ramakrishna?
Okay.
Yes, you need to mention, otherwise people will be that. So Brendan is, who is this guy? Brendan H. Brendan Each. Do you know we are currently using the Mozilla? So he is the Mozilla founder. Okay, so Tim Berners-Lee made this guy, I have developed one HTML page, I mean to send the information. For example, if I send some content to you, I expecting feedback or not? Correct. So user should be actionable. If you develop applications, HTML and CSS is not enough. You need to be actionable. You need to be some response back. If you want a response and actionable, so Tim Berners-Lee made this guy Brendan Each. He developed JavaScript. So do you know how Java is came? So currently everybody having the TV having the set-top box, correct? Set-top box is the program from the Sun Microsystem. Sun Microsystem in the 1990s, 1990s, 1970s, they got in a project for the set-top box. Java initially came to switch on and off the set-top box, correct? If you want, you can able to go and see. This also one of the person in that team. Next, he developing scripting language. I mean, they are developing a language. Tim Berners-Lee met here this person. For example, if I want to send a document, that guy will receive the document. I need the feedback back. So nothing but user interaction. User interaction. So JavaScript will add user interaction. So when it was developed in the 1995, but outside world is released in the 1997. But what is the version of the JavaScript?
16, sir.
So if you say JavaScript 16th version or any other, for example, if I say JavaScript 6th version, for example, if I say Java 6th version, Java 7th version, Java, I mean .NET 6th version, .NET 6th version. JavaScript, if you say right, JavaScript 6th version, nobody will not call. What we call? ECMAScript.
Yeah. Yes.
JavaScript is the version of ECMA. What is this ECMA? I will explain. So in the 1997, these Tim Berners-Lee guy developed the JavaScript. In between, our person is come. In between, in the 1996, a guy will come. Who is that one? A Microsoft team. They will develop a scripting called as a live script. So this Tim Berners-Lee, Haken and Brendan H. These people are discussed and form as immediately World Wide Web. Otherwise, all people will become, they will get a copyright. So whoever released the movie not a first, whoever is getting the copyright is the first. So in the 1996, Microsoft come into the picture. So they are trying to develop these alternative frameworks by simply reverse engineer. These peoples are met CERN. They will met this CERN. CERN is nothing but a European Computer Manufacturing Association. Sir, all these things we need to remember, no need to worry. Okay. So European Organization for the Nuclear Research Center, these people from the CERN met ECMA. ECMA. So CERN and ECMA people will give the standards of your program. If you develop any program, for example, .NET, PHP, Python, Oracle, whatever it is, they should get approved from the CERN and ECMA people. ECMA is nothing but a European Computer Manufacturing Association. European Computer Manufacturing Association. So that association should be approve your technology. Otherwise, until your technology will not become. You may get the doubt, Angular also is approved. No. Angular is the framework on the top of JavaScript, right? No need to approve. But a new framework should be approved from this ECMA. Okay. So that's why they're simply giving the version of the ECMA. But C also is approved. Yes. C++ approved. Yes. Java also approved. But Java having the specific version, ECMA does not, JavaScript does not have the specific version. Why so? They are simply following the standard. So ECMA, JavaScript is following the ECMAScript standards and they're releasing to the world ECMAScript 1, ECMAScript 2, up to ES6. From the ES6 onwards, we are calling as what type of version?
TypeScript.
TypeScript is the Microsoft. TypeScript is from the Microsoft. Here, after ES6, we are simply calling as the JavaScript 2016, 2017, like this. Up to ES6 only, ECMAScript 1, ECMAScript 2, ECMAScript. This is the way we are calling. But this is the introduction simply, but Know it, that's it. You no need to worry. Nobody will not ask a question. Who will ask a question? That the guy knows the information, then only they will ask a question. Because this type of the research nobody is not done. No need to worry about the things. Okay. So here we have mentioned the two things, HTML and CSS, next JavaScript. So based on these, take a notes. Web applications are two types. First one, what are the type?
Static and
Static.
dynamic.
Second one is the dynamic. Static is nothing but the application which are going to develop by HTML plus CSS. That will be static in the nature. So for the static application, if you want to make JavaScript HTML plus CSS plus JavaScript, if we add, then it will be make it as a dynamic. So nothing but a user interactable web application. If you want to make it as a dynamic application, you need to have a JavaScript. Still we have the static applications. For example, if you are trying to check for the available flight, so not only go to the Indigo, you are having the number of third-party sites, they will simply give the information. Yes, those are nothing but static information. For example, Wikipedia, leave that feedback section. Remaining all things are static pages. Okay, so this is the thing. This is the two types. First one is the static application. Second one is the dynamic application. So to develop these dynamic applications, now you are having a Angular. Now you are having a React JS. Now you are having the so on. So number of frameworks are there. Okay. So who will approve this framework? Who will do this one? So you need to be get Apache or MIT licenses. That is enough. But if you want to add a new things in HTML, so based on some requirement, I mean, nowadays we are having HTML5, JavaScript 8, 2018 version. Okay, who will add these versions? They will be added by the World Wide Web. Tim Berners-Lee, Robert and George, three people started the World Wide Web inside of the same nuclear research center. So nowadays, if you see any URL, right, www. or www.http so and so :http. So World Wide Web will control all your web applications. Control web applications. World Wide Web will control web application. Who formed this one? No need to worry. Tim Berners-Lee, Robert and George. Okay, they simply form a inside of same nuclear research center. They form this one. So this is a simple introduction. Just have it. No need to buy hard. No need to worry. Okay, nobody will not ask any questions on the top of this. But I want to make you perfect from the scratch. That's why I'm explaining. Okay, controls. It will be control your web application. World Wide Web. Okay, so this World Wide Web given a feasibility like World Wide Web given feasibility like you can able to develop your own library or framework. Okay, you can able to follow HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Yes, you can able to follow. But if you want to develop your own library or the own framework, you can able to give the fees and the feasibility given by the World Wide Web. Because of this one, you are going to see number of libraries. jQuery, React. Nowadays, React JS is the two famous. Vue.js, Gendo.js. Next frameworks. Bootstrap. Bootstrap
Angular,
is the framework on the top of CSS.
Yes.
Okay. Angular is the framework on the top of JavaScript. Okay. So these World Wide Web given the feasibility like Vue.js is the library. Okay. So like this, we are having the number of libraries and frameworks. So why so only these? Each company having their own or not? Yes. So here out of 20 members, so 15 plus members or 15 members already working in the real time. Once you check your projects, not a new project, old project. In your project also, you are going to have some libraries. You are going to have some frameworks. Okay. So these libraries and the frameworks will be specific to your company, because your company people want to sell, only few clients will become. The company which rules the world will be sell more people will be follow. Okay, nowadays at that time Twitter is nowadays Twitter is the famous. So Twitter developed this bootstrap. Who developed this bootstrap? From the Twitter. So Twitter developed the bootstrap for their internal application to styling the application. So once Twitter is developed, they when they come into the market to the MIT license, MIT is nothing but an open source license. MIT is the company in the US, Apache is the company in the US. These people will be give the licenses. Okay, so on the top of this license, we're going to be consume those products. Okay, next. So simply, so these libraries and frameworks not only for the development, which is the developers to develop application within a less span of the time. Developer time will be reduced. For example, as a developer without this framework, for your application, you need to be develop your library or the framework. Yes. Company managers or the team leader CEO will ask, we need the so and so requirement. We need to develop so and so library or the framework. Okay, so we need to implement so and so library or the framework. So instead of we to develop, already Google developed Angular was started in the 2010 itself. Angular JS's came, but after 2016 onwards, people are using Angular for all the projects. So 2017 onwards, React JS is coming to the market. Okay, so React JS earlier it is the Apache license. Now it is a MIT from 2017 September. 2016 September. So from the 17 onwards, it is came into the market. So at that time there is some business was happened in the Facebook. Sometimes we need to know about those things also as the software guy. Okay. But if we know those news are not, no need to worry. Okay. So what happened, right? At that time WordPress is there. They're having some business deals. So they lost the WordPress and a few other issues also happening because of the Apache licenses. So simply WordPress left from the, I mean, they're not giving the project to, already they give WordPress is from the Facebook only, but not a Facebook owner. They're given the project to the Facebook. Okay, later because of the Apache, these things, they left that company with that project, so they move to other company. So then they convert to the MIT license. So whatever this, these are the things. So where started? It is started from the Nuclear Research Center by the Tim Berners-Lee. He added the Hakenley and Brendan Ish to develop your CSS and JavaScript. Okay, so you add it as a JavaScript, then your application is nothing but a user interactable web application. On the top of this one, World Wide Web given Angular, React JS, all these libraries and framework. So which is a brief introduction about how the technologies come. So because of his idea, nowadays you are going to sit in a home paying money, yes or no? Nowadays you are going to sit in a home purchasing something, yes or no? So all these are going to happen because of these things only. Okay, next. So where this web technology will become? So what are the architectural flow will be top of this technologies? For example, this is my web application. If I click on here, I need to get some information. Where this information will be stored? The information will be stored inside of a database. The information will be stored inside of the database. Okay, do you know in the Hyderabad cyber towers will be the database storage? Cyber towers are initially constructed to store the database because the people will be stored, I mean companies will be stored in the different places. Okay, wherever the low flats, low earthquakes, they will identify that places. Same Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, these places are identified like this. Okay, they will store somewhere else. The data should be stored somewhere else. Next, this is your data. Here you are going to see this is your browser. So this browser is nothing but your HTML, your CSS plus JavaScript. So how this information will be fetched? This information will be fetched from some middleware. The middleware can be Java.NET, Python, PHP. So that will be nothing but your web APIs. Nowadays web API, but whatever it is, here it can be Java, it can be Java or .NET or whatever it is, Python. Okay, so this is the web, nothing but a UI. This is nothing but your middleware. This is nothing but your database. So three things are required. What are the three things? These are the three things. This is the first, this is the second, this is the third one. Okay, so now take a heading. Architecture of web application. How your web application architecture will be. Architecture of web application. Of web application. So web applications have in the three tier architecture. The first tier is nothing but your UI. Next tier is nothing but your backend. Next tier is nothing but your database. Database is nothing but ultimately storage. Even your cloud also will be store information somewhere in the world. Okay, this is nothing but your UI. So UI means it is going to develop HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Next, this is nothing but your middleware or server side technologies. Middleware or server side technologies. So what are those for the middleware? .NET, Java, Node.js, PHP, Python. Number of things are there. Next, database will be store information. Store information. What are the databases? Oracle,
MySQL,
MySQL,
MongoDB.
PHP, MongoDB. Number of things are there. Okay. So earlier database is there? No. Earlier file management system is there. That I will not explain now. File management system I will explain. Give the brief introduction later. Not now. See here. So once a computer will be open, so user will be check. Once a computer will be open, user will be go to the web browser. User will be check for some website. Correct. So they will be try for a website. Okay, so what will happen immediately? It will be send a, it will, for example, I want to open a Google. So Google will be hosted somewhere else, google.com. When I type this one, this is nothing but a domain. This domain will be uniquely identified across the world. The domains will be uniquely identified across the world. We need to purchase the domain. So once the domain is identified, in that domain, a deployment will be there. Nothing but a code will be there. The code is nothing but your HTML, CSS, JavaScript files will be there. Okay, these will be send a request to a server to fetch the information. Why? This is the place to display the content, but it is required the information to fetch the somewhere else. The somewhere else it will be called middleware. Next, this middleware will be called your database. This database will be sent information back from database to here. Next, here to here. So here can be a question, why can't directly web technologies can't we send in request to a database and get a database to back to HTML?
Security, sir.
Correct.
Security.
We need the security because once if you're requested means hacker will be start from your browser, right? Your browser, everything can be visible. All the programs can be visible. Okay, you can able to decode the JavaScript files. You can able to see the content, what type of the calls. So to make a disconnectivity between here, you need the so and so server technology. So not only security point of view, there is a number of reasons are there. Okay, or we can't able to implement all the business logics here. So if you implement business logics here, user can able to see. So we can able to not only security point of view, here you are going to implement business logics. Next, decisions, number of things you are going to take in here. You are going to write a security, business, decisions, number of things going to write here. Okay, once a Angular and React come into the picture, there is a no business logic is going to here. Okay, simply people are writing like this. Simply people are writing a logic here. Where they are writing the business logic, everything inside of your UI. Inside of UI only. Now this will be turned as web API. If you see in the Naukri in the market, now the packages of UI developers are too much compared to these server people also. These server people are now they become a full stack developer. Same they come for them like trainings like me. Okay, they will come for the trainings with me. They will become a full stack. They will also will be when nowadays full stack developers to handle. For example, if I take a .NET, C#, ASP.NET, MVC.NET, Entity Framework, ADO.NET, SQL Server. These are the things you need to be learn. All these things are leaving. Simple HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Angular. Okay, life is easy here. You are need to be know few things only. But if you're a server guy, you need to know Java, JS, space servlets. What else? Hibernates. What else? Number of things are you are going to be learn there. But next, the number of things you need to be handled. Here your tasks are limited. That you are getting the more packages. So lifelong these UI technology will be never end. Today you are going to Java, use Java after .NET. Nowadays market is moving to Python. Okay, but these server technologies will be changed, but web technologies will never be changed. But React will become, once you perfect on your HTML, CSS, then very easy to understand. HTML, CSS, React is very easy, Angular is very easy, Vue.js is very easy. Okay, so please take this application flow. So this is the architecture of your application flow will be happen like this. Okay, so treat like one-to-one session only. Here I'm going to dictate, Divya only listening, Maja only listening. Okay, Amina only listening, Leela only listening. So take like this. If you have any doubts, raise a question to me. As of now, any doubts?
Hello.
Yeah, Hemaja, please go ahead.
Now I don't have any doubts, sir.
Oh, okay, good. I'm just saying like that one here. I'm going to teach. Take it as a one-to-one only. Don't be leave 10 plus members.
Okay.
Okay. So
Sir, I
in
have
this
one
batch,
doubt,
I'm
sir.
having the Amina. Amina is the background of a non-technical. So 10 days back, she joined a Angular. React. Now she has the good hands-on experience. She thought that I can able to go parallel React also. Yes, Amina.
Yes, sir.
So Amina, you are from which background?
MBA.
MBS. She's from MBA. That too has the Sheila gap also. She's the financial domain. Okay. So technology very easy. If you have the perfect trainer, very easy to learn it. Yeah, Karthik, please go ahead.
Sir, like I have one doubt. Like if we for right now we are learning Angular, React, JS, all this, and for the backend it may be Spring Boot or
Yes, whatever
like
it is,
that.
yeah.
So like what is the front end in case of Python, sir?
React JS or Angular.
So there is all
Front
these
end,
front
yes,
end
yes.
technologies
So
are
that's why
fixed.
I'm saying that one. Front end only will understand HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Okay. On the top of this front end, you are going to have React or Angular. Backend can be any. Backend will be simply, which is the dummy, which will give the data to you. Backend here is the dummy, it will give the data to you. Dummy means don't be treated. I'm just saying that one. It will give the information to the UI. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So Python nowadays, Python projects are using the React, .NET and Java peoples are using the, but it is a combination, different combinations are there. Okay. So React means if you perfect in the logics, React is very easy. If you perfect in the framework, Angular is very easy. So which is best to be choose? Anything you can able to choose. Anything you can able to choose. I can't able to limit to go for this one, go mad. Okay. So any other doubts?
Yeah, Krishna, I need small information.
Yeah,
When
you
we
can start.
develop,
But
when
see,
we develop,
straight, please have a straight question. Huh?
when we'll develop a web application, it is useful. It is used to HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And one more frameworks we have used Angular JS, React JS. It is used to predefined libraries. The predefined libraries means it is
No, you are saying, or you are
developed.
no, you are having any question, or you are saying whatever you are understand from this session, you are saying that one.
Yes, Krishna. Actually, I need confusion that predefined libraries. So
Yes,
that's
you
why
will
I
get
asked
a
to you.
confusion. Why so? We are not yet started Angular, right? We're not yet started Angular. We'll start it. Tomorrow we're going to start Angular. Okay.
Oh yeah, sure. Little bit small information. Library, it is already exist in the classes.
No. Based on your knowledge from the some Google else, you are saying something else which is not a correct. I will make you perfect. Okay. So this is the architecture of web applications. So now, as per Anil question, the next topic is where this Angular will become. What is the architecture of this Angular? Okay. Now take it as Angular, Angular, Angular architecture. Okay. So what is the purpose of Angular? Why we need to use Angular? Without Angular also we can able to develop. Yes, definitely we can able to use. But let us see the architecture of your Angular. Okay. Take a point.
Okay.
Angular. No. I'm not saying I'm not answering to your question. I'm going to the next topic. So once
I
we
didn't
cover.
ask, future topics, Krishna. Actually, you said Angular libraries. So
Angular is a library.
yeah.
What you understand from this session? Angular, I'm saying the
Framework.
framework. But why you are mentioning the library?
Yeah.
Are you taking the notes or not, Anil?
Yeah, remaining all.
No,
yeah,
you are taking the
already.
notes.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, please
yes,
take a
Krishna.
note.
Yeah, remaining all React.js libraries, Angular, Bootstrap.
Hmm.
So
Bootstrap is not a library. Bootstrap is a framework.
okay, React.js is a libraries. Why did?
No, React.js is the library.
Yeah, library. Library means it is a
No. Don't be come up
different
with
class.
some. Yes. Don't be come up with some conclusion based on the something which you will explore. I will explain about what is a library, what is a framework, what is the difference between library and framework. We'll see later. Okay. We'll come
Yeah,
step
okay,
by step. We'll come.
Little bit knowledge. Library
No.
means it is a three different classes, Krishna.
Who said?
No, actually, I have seen in
That is wrong answer.
Java
No.
T point. So
No,
I
that
have
is wrong
seen some
answer.
applications.
No. React is not a predefined classes.
Not React.js. Library.
Library. Okay, library is not a predefined classes.
It is not a
Okay. Don't be. Yes. I know that one. You are having the as of now you are having the theoretical explanation, theoretical things on a top of whatever you explored. Okay. So
No,
here you are going to
actually,
get a practical. No need to worry. Here you are going to get a
yeah.
practical. So Angular follows MVC architectural design pattern. Okay. So what is meant by MVC architectural design pattern? I will explain. Angular will be follows MVC architectural design pattern. Okay. So no need to worry, Anil. So as of now, you are having the theoretical things you explored from here, right? That too, you are not from the software. That is from the financial. Okay. So these sessions definitely will help.
Actually, you
So
said
that too
some
one thing.
information.
Don't be called the trainer with a name. Don't be called a trainer. Always mentioning the name. Okay. I'm going to be teacher here, right? If you have the question, straightforward question, raise it. I will explain. So whatever the things you have explored, you are getting to be confirmed from me. Okay. I will not be confirmed now itself. You need the step-by-step classes, then you will become a perfect. Okay. The Angular follows MVC architectural design pattern. So what is this architectural design pattern? Okay. If you want to develop any application, you need to be follow some design pattern. How many design patterns are there? So design patterns is one of the important topic and very confusion. Nobody don't know that there is a gang of 23 design patterns are there. Nobody is not at perfect the design pattern. Yes.
64.
64.
Yeah, 29. Mainly you have used single region patterns, abstract region patterns. These are the things you have used.
29.
29. Mainly using single region pattern.
Okay. So that information where you got?
Yeah, through Google.
Google only.
Through Google, it's showing some URL.
Okay, wait.
Desktop మాట ముందుకు డిజైన్ చెప్పింది నాకు తెలుసా 5.5 years experience బతిలాడాడు GM సరే పై ఉండరా ఎన్ని కామన్ రా.
So data design patterns, which website you found? See, there are 23 design patterns on, but how you got 29 design patterns? I am also shocked. Okay, 23 only. But which website you referred? Now itself I will go. Okay, maybe if you are giving the wrong answers, I don't know how they're explaining the websites. I don't know. I will go to itself. Okay, only 23 are there. Gang of four members are work together and they give me with the 23 design patterns on. Okay. So even the Google itself it is showing, right? Don't be say Google and don't be mixed with your whatever you explored earlier. But no need to worry. So MVC is nothing but architectural design pattern. This MVC will be used to construct your applications the way it is formed. Okay. So this is about today's session. We'll continue on this architectural MVC design pattern. How Angular is going to be divide your HTML page, next your class file, CSS file, next your JavaScript. Okay, how the application flow of Angular will be discussed deep dive into the Angular. Who started this Angular? How started? What is the architecture? As a part of this architecture, what is the M? What is the view? What is the C? We will go deep dive into the tomorrow session. Okay, so use the same link for tomorrow and please join. Okay, so that's it for today. So any doubts?